The NSIC Tournament moves over to the Pentagon for quarterfinal play today. As we showed you last night, the field for the women's tournament is pretty much wide open, giving Sioux Falls and Augustana plenty of reason for hope that they can earn a bid to the big dance, with each program having won the tournament title since 2016. USF opening things this afternoon against Wayne State. It's safe to say they were ready in the quarterfinals of this one, and today's second game was a pretty good one. There's Wayne State's Haley Bussey driving to the center of the key to finish it off. Wayne had a lead briefly, doesn't last. Here come the Cougars. That's going to be Crystal Carlson getting the Cougars lead up to 7 points as they're on a run a little bit later in the quarter. Lead only up to 4. It's Whitney State's Brittany Bongards powering through down low to finish. She draws the foul for the three-point play. USF goes up by 2. The Cougs would start to rally after that, though, adding for a 3 from Lauren Sanders. USF now leading by 10. Then midway through the second quarter, the Cougs keep their foot on the gas pedal for another 3. This time it's Andy Mataloni. They led by 18. They go on to win 103-76. What a start for Sioux Falls at the NSIC Tournament. Coming up tonight at 8 o'clock, it's Augustana taking on Duluth for the right to advance to Monday's semifinal. Elsewhere in the tournament, MSU Moorhead, the top seed out of the North, survives a big scare from Winona State as they win 72-67, coming from 11 down in the fourth quarter. Moorhead will play USF on Monday at noon, and the Cougars have actually beaten Moorhead twice the last couple of years in the NSIC Tournament. Bemidji State and St. Cloud, the other game that is just underway out at the Pentagon. It's the final day of Summit League regular season play, which more than likely marks the final time we'll ever see some of the greatest players to wear South Dakota State uniforms in Frost Arena. And as an added bonus, Mike Dahm, Macy Miller, Madison Giebert, and the rest of them can all secure a Summit League regular season title and the top seed at next week's tournament if they both win on Senior Day. The Jackrabbit men facing Western Illinois and bidding goodbye to Dahm, Skylar Flatten, and Tevin King. And as you'd expect, Dahm was Dahm. He had 20 points. Here's 3 of them, and SDSU is out to the early advantage. And Dahm was also doing some work when he didn't have the ball as well, as he sets the screen for Alex Arians. The redshirt freshman had 11 points. There's a finger roll for 2. SDSU extending their lead to 5. The real story of the day would be Skylar Flatten, though. Here's one of the seniors, King with a steal. And, you know, like anybody, just patient feeds. Flatten for the slam. Skylar had 23 in the first half and a game-high 31. Quite a way for the Clark Willow Lake alum to go out. And speaking of quite a way to go out, there's Owen King, the true freshman, with a reverse layup as State wins and they clinch the Summit League title 86-66. They'll play Western Illinois next Saturday at 6 in the first round of the tournament. Women's side, final Frost games for Miller, Giebert, and Piers Sidney Palmer. Jackson control at the half, up 54-31. And they're not letting up. Madison Giebert from downtown as SDSU goes up by 26. She had 10 points on the day. Good ball movement. A few minutes later, freeing up Tagan Larson underneath. Roosevelt alum had 17, and SDSU's lead is up to 30. We showed Giebert scoring, so that means her tag team partner, Macy Miller, has to be in the highlights as well. It's kind of a rule these days. The Mitchell native with 2 of her game-high 24 points. And somebody who will be back in Frost Arena next year, much to Aaron Johnson's delight, I'm sure, is Aberdeen's Peyton Burkhart. She cleans the glass and gets the putback as the Jacks claim the Summit League championship with a 100-62 win. They will face Fort Wayne next Saturday to open the Summit League tournament at noon. Down in Vermilion, Allison Arns, the lone senior for the 25th-ranked Coyote women against UND. And junior Kira Duffy was really good in the first half, scoring 10 of her 15 points to stake USD to a 19-point halftime advantage. The senior Arns, she made her presence felt too, getting the layup in the post for 2 of her game-high 18 points as the Coyotes build a 20-point advantage. Hannah Shervin, once again, she's pretty much the 6th woman of the year in the Summit League. Nice baseline jumper for 2 of her 13. And then in the final seconds of the quarter, the Coyotes get a steal and push it in transition, finding the starter, who Shervin usually reserves, Taylor Frederick, going in for the layup. She had 13 as well, and the Coyotes win 87-54. In the men's game, Trey Birch Manning, Logan Power, and Dan Jeck looking to help the Yotes lock down the number 6 seed in the Summit tourney with a victory. Cody Kelly doing his part in transition. He had 16 points. Tyler Peterson, though, great off the bench. Here he hits a 3, and then a few minutes later in the first half, he'll get the rebound and putback. He had a team-high 17 points. In the second half, one of the seniors, the walk-on Logan Power, who's been playing great the last few weeks, he knocks down a triple as USD's starting to pull away. He had 10 points. And then in the closing minutes, Stanley Amude will finish this thing off in style with a one-handed Jimma Jamma, and the Coyotes win 78-63. They're the 6th seed. They'll face Fort Wayne next Sunday at 8:30. The USD women, by the way, get NDSU next Saturday at 2:30. On Thursday, Dakota Wesleyan's Camber Lamer opened the NAIA National Indoor Track and Field Championships by becoming the first Tiger ever to win an individual national title, taking home the pentathlon. Today, several other locals look to bring home the hardware on the final day of the championships in Brookings, and the guy who had the best shot was Dakota State's Braden Kernow. He was the top qualifier in the nation for the 5,000-meter run. Actually led for about half the race, but in the closing moments, Omar Paromo of St. Francis passes him for the win. Kernow finishes 4th. Congrats to everyone, and good job on Dakota Wesleyan for hosting the tournament this week. We'll have a lot more coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. We've got the Sodak 16 for the boys and a little bit of girls action, as well as the Stampede and, of course, that Augie women's game at the Pentagon. We're back in one moment.